Lobby Hall Mickle. Here we go. Everybody, we have the one, the only Bon John Bovey. Tyler and Justin prepared.
Where'd they go?
She's like, I'm out.
I think Tyler hit the wrong button.
Matt, your head is like cut off. Will you sit back?
Yeah, so my real name is obviously Mike Gagliano. I do a show called Para with the Normal that's in production right now. But anytime I go on these, I always come up with a brand new name that I've never used before. So it changes every show, every podcast, even my own podcast, Sidekicks Paranormal. I change it every week, so it's never the same thing.
I love it.
I started doing it, and now I just can't stop. I'm addicted.
So tell us what cocaine is.
It's like cocaine, only it hurts. Coming in. Want to say hi? Mary Lynn, the other co-star from Sidekicks from Para the Normal is here. Oh man, you know what? I should have sent you. I probably still can, or I can have Mary Lynn send you our trailer.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to see that, Oliver.
Yeah. I can screen share it and I'll put it up.
Yeah. She'll send it to you through Messenger.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
And here, she can come around this way. Say hello.
What's up?
Hello.
We're beginning. She's helping me go on my adventure across country.
Awesome.
As I leave for the Gold Rush Rally to wash a bunch of supercars. And honestly, like, it sounds like, wow, this is going to be great. Oh, it's so exotic. And they are. I mean, there's some cool cars. But really, like, it is a rally, but really it's just an excuse for, like, incredibly rich people to get absolutely hammered. And
take all your money.
Exactly. I'm just there to clean up. I have found dildos. I have found illicit
Nice.
things. Okay. Bing. Hell hard. Because he's hella hard. Ricky, how did you get your last name? Born with it? Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was. I got it from my mommy.
I thought maybe it was Maybelline. You never know.
I happen to have an alias, right?
So thanks for having me. So anytime I do a podcast of any sort, I always do this thing where I do spirits for the spirits. So I've got with me some Captain Morgan private stock.
Okay.
From my privates.
Yeah.
No, rewind. Just edit that part out, okay?
Live, bro.
Yep, that's it. Ricky, is it this one? Let me see. Yep, that's him. Yours is the one that's got the picture of you on a skateboard holding a dildo.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no, that's my side business.
Okay.
It should be a picture.
You might want to alter your photo a little bit. Maybe give it googly eyes.
Yeah.
So it looks more friendly.
I just sent the message.
All right, you should have just gotten it via massage.
Yep, I just got it. Yep.
Wait, are we putting googly eyes on him or on the dildo?
Both. Shit. Why not?
See?
So cheers to all you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Thanks for being on.
Yeah. Woo.
I've got nothing. Yeah, I do.
Matt held the remote.
No, that ain't no remote, Brittany. Don't lie.
Hold on, I'll get a drink.
What are you doing? Oh, I don't even want. Oh no.
Ricky, tell me about your podcast.
So, what this is, it's something new we started as a group. I started this a while back. It used to be called Pararealm Encounters, and it's just kind of like what you
Did you
see
say
here.
Para McDonald's?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Oh,
Yeah. With your
Sorry.
host, Big Bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a third one in the freezer too.
there might be a
Hi,
third one in the cabinet.
yeah. Now it's a party.
Yeah. We party here, man.
You want to grab another seat?
That is strong. I can smell it.
Nice.
It's the real moonshine.
So you had a show called Para McDonald's?
Pararealm Encounters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was so close.
Yep. Hey, I like Para McDonald's though. I mean, 'cause
Right?
when you eat McDonald's, you never know what you're gonna get. So, like,
Yeah. The only place where you pay premium dollars for fucking shit.
Yeah. That
It's
gets
so
you fat
good.
as hell.
Their fries are like probably one of the best, like hot, and then
Yeah.
they get cold,
Cold,
and you're like,
terrible.
what have I done with my life?
stale, and just nasty.
Yes. So when did you start Paranormal Antics?
This was recent, 2023, towards the end of 2023.
About October 2023.
Yeah.
And then how do you guys all fit in? I know nothing. I'm an idiot, so please.
Me,
I think
So
we're all
are we.
idiots.
Yes, that's why it's called Paranormal Antics, because we're all idiots.
yeah,
So tell me about your roles.
me, Tyler, and Ricky started it, and it was just an idea. We were gonna go to. We weren't actually gonna start investigating until earlier
year.
this year, to save some money up and everything. And Matt and Brittany reached out. They had investigated with Ricky one-on-one.
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, we really of investigating with you. Would you want to do it again?" So we decided to go to a place in Ohio. It's called Wendeline 2.0. It's it's a team around here called Underground Paranormal Network. They have like 11 locations or something like that.
Yeah.
It's one of their locations. We went there, and that was actually the night that the three of us had finally revealed ourselves, because we had set up the TikTok and everything and was
Not naked?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was
What
anonymous.
kind of reveal are we talking about here?
Anonymous.
PG-13. No, we were posting everything anonymously and not showing our names or faces, nothing. That night we actually revealed who we were, and Matt and Brittany didn't even know. But then the five of us just kind of clicked with our personalities and everything, so they became part.
Yeah.
Officially the five.
That's
We
awesome.
just knew. I knew from like the get go. It's just like, yeah, I know Matt and Brittany are gonna fit right in. So, yeah,
You
that's how
could
that's
tell
how
when
it
you're vibing, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we all met at where we did the searchers thing at the Bell Mansion. So we're former volunteers there. So we just
Right.
hit it off the bat from there, and fast forward about a year later, bam, here we are, Paranormal Antics.
Yeah, same thing with Mary Lynn. I knew right away 8 years later. Yeah.
Yeah,
You had to make sure.
fast,
Yeah.
bro. Only 8 years.
Legitimately. So I used to do the show called the Rock and Comedy Show, which was aired on camera, and it was a radio based show. And she had come on, and at the time it was a radio station, and she had a show there, and she came on the show, and we had like a brief interaction. And then I want to say it was the next day, she had me call into her show, or maybe you were on Jay's show.
No, it was on my show, and then Jay had you call in.
That's right,
because
'cause-
of your mother-in-law.
That's right. And Jay was like, you got to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
And then my mother-in-law was something else. And I had given Jay, my buddy, my co-star at the time, her couch, because I was convinced it was cursed with her fattiness. So I had given her the couch, or given him the couch. And then I was like, but I think she's still hanging around. So I was like, the only way that I'm going to be able to like get her out of here is with McDonald's cheeseburgers. Honestly, so I left a trail
McDonald's.
of cheeseburgers from like outside of his house into the chair to like lure her in, and she lost it when she found out about it, and that was when I knew we kind of had a good vibe because she's a medium, or like a large. I
Well,
don't
I
know
used
what
to
you
be a
call it.
large, but
Yeah. Now she's a medium. So
I know she's legit though because when you had her on the phone at the Bell, dude, she picked up on a specific thing. We'll talk after camera time that blew me away. That we didn't really tell to the public.
yeah, she's a real deal. She knew I had herpes before I did. It was crazy. So yeah, so it wouldn't be until so then after that I started a show because Jay he died. Yeah. It was the kind of death that you don't come back from. You're just dead, you know? And you're like, hey dude, like, do you want to do the show again? And he was like, no, man, I'm dead. And I was like, oh damn, I forgot. Right. So I was like, I want to do something. So I started this show called The Two Clueless Dudes with me and my buddy Phil. I did that for a couple of years. Phil, a great guy, and he's now involved with Sidekicks Paranormal. But prior to that, he ran into some really hard luck. He got his dick bit by a duck, and he had to go to the hospital, the whole thing. So he disappeared for he legitimately disappeared for like 2 years, okay, because of this.
What the duck?
Yes.
What the duck?
There's a reason you do not feed the ducks at the park, okay? If you do not have enough bread for all of the ducks, you do not feed them, okay?
well, the main thing is
They remember.
they have to wear pants.
Yeah, they remember. Okay, so I was like, we had this opportunity. I just happened to hit up Mary Lynn out of the blue because she lives in Texas now, and I live in Vegas. And I had to call her because I needed her help with something, and she was like, yeah, I'm doing the show in Deadwood. And I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. It's like a paranormal like investigation convention. And I have never been to one. Okay. So I'm like, that sounds legitimately awesome. So we wound up going. We had a amazing time. Me and Phil, we wound up going, had a great time. After that, Phil gets his penis bit by the duck. He disappears. I'm like, well, I still want to continue to do something. I was like, hey, let's launch Sidekick Paranormal. Marilyn was in. After that, I had this great idea. I was like, wow. I approached the Searchers.
Josh and Shane.
Josh Purvis and TV.
The bros, man. The bros.
Yes. So, and it was TV's Payne Shipman who I talked to. Okay. Okay, my wife is going to Ace Hardware, for those who do not know. She had to let me know. So I told him I have this great idea on this TV show, and this is kind of gave him my rundown and what I wanted to do, and he was like, "Holy f-balls, that's never been done." He's like, "I'm shocked that that's never been done, but that's never been done." So I think this is a great idea, and I really think we should run with it. So I hit him up, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to. There was a little bit of this, but it was okay. You know what I mean? It's fine.
John, how dare you, bro?
I
Right?
was not involved.
No, I took one for the team. It was me. But after that, we started filming right away, and it's literally just been. It's crazy because it's been so like like people like on Instagram or like in the Paracons, they pay a ton of money and they try to promote. It's literally just been all organic for me and for Mary Lynn. I'm just a very outgoing, wild personality, just in general. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah, Poshua Jervis in the hizzy.
Hey, guys.
And I will tell you right now, Josh is probably like so you got Josh and Shane, right? The Searchers. Shane is by far the lazy one. Okay, I'm just saying.
Shane's a pretty boy. Cut him some slack.
Yes. He is a lazy mofo. Okay, he's just the face. Okay, Josh literally does everything.
Yes,
Okay?
he does. Josh
He
is a
does
hard worker.
everything. And the man knows cameras. Like you could tell if he decided at any point in his life he wants to get a job working for Pornhub, he could do it.
Oh yeah, facts. Hey, bro, we won't judge you, Josh. Like,
Absolute facts. Okay, not a lie.
oh no, you had COVID?
Oh, he's got the COVID.
Oh no, bro. I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Here's a legit question: is this why Apple autocorrects dick to duck?
Yes.
Yes, I think so too. I always wondered, but it totally makes sense now.
Because I mean, if you think about it, especially after that story, Dick and Duck are related.
Yeah, duck and dick and duck and
We have legitimately
fuck
scared
and-
Brittany off. She is gone.
she's
I didn't even notice.
going to look for a duck.
Yeah.
She probably did.
Replacing you, Matt.
That's all right.
Maybe she's hungry. Went to get some quackers.
Yeah. Oh shit! Speaking of duck,
Hey-o!
Tyler knows about that duck.
So that's kind of the story on how I met Mary Lynn and how all this kind of got started.
Awesome.
They were asking if you went to go look for a duck or quackers.
I had to go to the bathroom. I couldn't hold it. I should have went before we started,
That's
but I
racist, Matt.
This is great.
That's why your face like you're like
Because you hit me.
no I didn't. I'm pussy.
Oh, the duck.
We're
I
not
love it.
for domestic violence on this
You was
show.
bored.
The
Yeah,
domestic violence duck?
Yeah.
Always and forever,
Always
buddy.
eating.
Yeah. But you don't gain weight because your metabolism's on point.
All right.
I'm getting my metabolism there. It's been a long journey.
Did you get the trailer?
Yes, I got it. I'll pull it up right now. I'm gonna go ahead and screen share. Let me pull this trailer up real quick in the other window.
Sure. So when was the last time you guys
And
did waterfalls?
here we go, y'all. And here is the official trailer
Oh,
for
pair with the normal.
yes.
Damn, I look so
All
sexy.
right, here we go, y'all.
Can't lie.
I can be your hero, baby. Damn it, Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike, and death sucks. I've had a couple of deaths in my family recently, and I want to know, what comes after this? Is there life after death? So I'm teaming up with Marilyn, a psychic / paranormal investigator. And together, we're going to check out some really awesome haunted locations. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find some of the answers that I'm looking for.
Mike really has a hard time paying attention. His mind is all over the place. Watch your step. Mike, you need to be careful. You need to know what's going on around you because you're going to hurt yourself.
What happened?
You just fell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to have my hand full. Hey,
What?
didn't we talk about that last night?
Yeah, I'm not as big on friends as you are. I told you I'm more of an office guy.
You're not supposed to be eating on investigations. Do that either before we
Okay, well, hold on now. That was really more of a nibble.
Is he seriously eating right now?
How did you expect me not to eat? Do you know how hungry you get doing these investigations? Sometimes you just gotta snack. A man has to snack.
Mike.
Hmm.
Did you not eat during the party?
There you have it.
I love it.
That is totally this guy.
And that basically the show itself is it's to show that not every you don't have to be professional to go paranormal investigating.
Yeah.
Amen.
Not everything's about demons. Okay.
Nope.
You can just be yourself. You can have fun. You can have an experience with your friends and be you. And you know what? If you're lucky, maybe you'll have a profound experience.
Oh yeah, you're
When
putting yourself at risk to have more of those by being goofy, by being an actual human being and interacting.
They call it positive energy, right?
Exactly.
Energy part, right? They can feed off of that too.
Yep.
So I think that's really important. And and in our show, there's definitely moments that are real heavy. We have some really heavy, frightening moments, some very profound moments, some sad moments. I mean, there's everything is in our show. It really is. But it just revolves around the fact that not every show or not every encounter requires you to bring in dildo baggins. Okay.
Damn it.
This
I've
just
been doing it all wrong all these years, bro.
It's
something new.
Mike Bagans is cool. He's a cool dude, but you know what I mean, right? Like, you're more likely. Let's talk about the scenario. You're more likely to find semen than a demon,
or you might, dude, bro. Hear me out.
It's the truth.
That is very true, though.
Demon, hear me out. Do I not talk about this shit, Brittany?
Yes, all the time.
Talk about.
We'll go to investigation, and people were saying that there's a negative, and me and Rick would be looking at each other like, "There's no negative here."
Right.
It's more misunderstood, not negativity.
Exactly.
And think of it like this. So the other thing is, our show is not scripted at all. By the way, zero.
So I never know what he's going to do.
None.
So I have to play off of whatever he's doing.
Completely. But and look at this like this too. Let's take the Bell Mansion, for example. Fantastic location. How many times has that been investigated, Ricky?
Countless.
Yeah.
If you were a ghost, Brittany, if you were a ghost, and these motherfuckers keep coming to you every day, how did you die?
You're gonna get tired of that shit.
Oh, I'll get irritated.
Yeah.
How old are you? Eventually, you're gonna get annoyed.
Move that door. Make that thing go beep.
Tyler knows.
Touch me, damn it.
He gets it. Right. So I think it's, and here's the other thing too. If you laughed and you had fun in real life, what's to say that you wouldn't do that in unlife?
Exactly. Yep. And that's something I've preached for the past all the years that I've been doing this. It's like, think of places just like you said, like the Bell Mansion, or a bigger location like Waverly Hills that gets hundreds of thousands of investigators a year every night, where they're asking the same damn boring question.
Yes.
You have to think outside the box. You just go to the location. If the location's active enough, it'll come to you. Stop investigating. I don't investigate like textbook anymore. I learned that. I mean, there's times you can do it and get results.
Nowadays is just not, it's not legitimate. And I feel like it puts a strain on the public because they just expect in 30 minutes that all this stuff is going to happen. And that's not really the case.
No.
Josh is still listening in, but Josh, Shane, and the searchers as a whole, I really love what they do because they really do. They're very respectful. They're very, I would say they're spiritually oriented in such a way that it's okay if they get it and it's okay if they don't. Either way, you have a good time and you learn, right? And I think that's really important. And Tyler is so goddamn sexy. He put his glasses on backwards.
I know, dude. I love you, bro.
Incredible.
I know.
Incredible. So, I mean, that's just my take. I'm sure you guys run across stuff like that all the time with your own research team.
That's how we investigate. We very rarely ask the run of the mill of.
I know one of my.
I've got proof, and I'll play it here in a little bit so you can see it firsthand. So, this Tyler guy you're talking about has an ass that shoots out demons.
He's got an ass that won't quit.
The dead will let you know. So you've used a lot of the ITC devices, right?
Yes.
How many times have you ever heard the word? I'm going to say a bad word, y'all. So plug your ears if your kid's watching this. But it says the Lord's name in vain. It says, "God damn it."
Okay.
In like a disgusted way, like, God damn it.
So that has not happened to me. However, the very first time I ever did an SD session I should have quit while I was ahead because it was one of those things where I'm so glad I got it on film because I don't think I would have believed it otherwise. Let me see if I find it.
I love Estes methods. Oh my god, it's fun. Josh, don't tell my mom she's watching.
It's going to take a second. I post way too much on TikTok, it turns out.
Disclaimer alert, I learned how to use the GD word, but from my mom. She says it like a champ. Shout out, Mama, for teaching me how to use it.
All right.
Anything you
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What would you like to tell us?
What's up, everybody? What up, Jason?
What's up?
God is dead.
That is the very first time I ever did an Estes method.
That's crazy.
I don't hear them. I have no idea he even asked me a question. You're just supposed to say the words that you hear.
Mm-hmm.
I did not want to say the dead word because it made things very, very real, very, very fast.
Yeah.
So it went from having fun to now I'm a little concernicus.
Yeah, no, I get
I'm
that.
saying that. Concernicus.
Yes. Miss you, Ricky. Haven't forgotten about scheduling a podcast with you, Mike. That was in South Dakota. Yeah, that was in Deadwood.
Yeah.
At the Bullock Hotel. I was in my Ghostbuster uniform.
Hell yeah, dude.
For those that don't believe me.
Yeah, Josh, don't worry about it, bro. Just get better, and whenever you're feeling up to it, dude, just let us know what'll work. Hell yeah.
That's
I
me
like
there.
it.
Look at that mustache.
It's some fucking Mario and Luigi style going on right there.
It's a me, Mario.
Tyler, what are you doing with peanut butter? I
Peanut
told
butter.
you to stop playing with that and letting the cats lick it. Put it away.
Anyway, say what you were gonna say. With it.
Oh, I always ask the spirits. One of my favorite questions is, what do they like on their peanut butter sandwiches? What kind of cheese?
Oh, good.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty sure they never hear that except for me.
That's it. That's true. See, that's the stuff. It was a great time, man. Deadwood was awesome. We had fun. Our trip where we started. I think we started the trip at the Bell Mansion. I think that was our first. No. Eloise was the first one.
Eloise, and yeah, y'all came the next day. Eloise is cool too. That's on the bucket list. Deadwood's on the bucket list for sure.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. And we'll be with Josh will have the unfortunacy of being our main director for our next episode in June in Alabama. In 100-degree weather, chasing after squatches.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I think they call them
bro,
boobies.
stay strapped or get clapped. Shoot me one.
That's right. Dude, you ain't kidding. Stay strapped to get clapped. I say it all the time, especially when it comes to ghosts. Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. Let's start with Matt. What would be that moment, that clarifying moment where you go, everything and all of this ghost hunting I've done is absolutely worth it? What is that one true moment that you could say, yeah, I cannot wait for this to happen?
To see Sasquatch?
See Sasquatch. Love it. Brittany, hit me. Baby, one more time.
I can't. You're on the screen.
It's Brittany, bitch.
I mean, I've already experienced a lot that, I mean, I don't know. I just have a different connection with like the spirits and stuff. So,
but there's not like one definitive thing that you would say hands down.
If I like an actual apparition, like right in front of me, like, bam.
So you would be like something like right there. You could see it with
like right there. Yes.
Like the ring.
You do your scared face, what you're gonna do, and you probably see it.
Like Samara from the Ring shows up and like honks your boobies. That would be it.
Yes, that'd be it. That'd be it.
I want to see that.
Yes. Hit me. What do you got?
Listen.
I don't know.
He put us on the spot.
I did.
Come on, Jess.
The smoke coming out.
Right. If you can, you can go. We'll go to Tyler.
A door slamming right in front of me.
Boom. Okay, so like a poltergeist movement. Boom.
Every day from Jess.
See it and it just like
Well,
slams.
no, but that's good. I get it.
What about hearing a ghost fart?
Smell
We
it.
have.
Yeah, we
Well, I
had,
thought that's where Boo came from.
Yeah. Boo Boo. That's what Boo Boo comes.
Rude man. So the ghost of Sean Connery. Okay, what do you got for me, Jess?
well, I would say kind of like Brittany, an apparition, but I've seen when I was little.
So do you feel like you've already had that moment? That you could say definitively
that makes me fully believe in the paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always believed in I don't.
Okay, so the difference from believe and know. What would take you from belief to knowledge, to you know for a fact, versus I believe, right? Like you believe in God, but you know who your parents are.
Right.
Technically, I guess if you're black,
I love
you
it.
I
I
don't
love the explanation. I love it.
Too far? Is that too far?
No.
That's hilarious.
He's like, I'm about to get censored.
We just
I would
started
keep it real on this podcast.
already.
I swear I'm not racist. I swear.
I would say because like Brittany and Ricky, I also have abilities.
Awesome.
Being able to further my abilities to be able to like actually interact more or like know exactly or validate what I'm feeling is what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So basically for you, it would be extra validation of your abilities.
Yes.
That's awesome. Ricky, what you got for me?
Man, that's a good question. I do believe it or not, just based on some of the things that I've experienced growing up. But I'll talk about some things that like really proved to me that I'm not crazy. My first ever experience, right? I'm crazy, dude. Like 100%. But the thing that like I went from being terrified of what I was hearing and seeing as I was growing up, but like gave me the drive and I was no longer scared was when I saw a full-bodied apparition of a Confederate field officer at a former battlefield. Not only did I see that, but I was able to talk to one of the park rangers and they asked me to see if I could point a picture out of who I saw. And it happened to be one of the officers that was mortally killed in that spot where that building sits today.
Wow. See, that's cool, man.
Yeah, but when I saw him, it wasn't like residual. We made eye contact. He tips his hat, winks, smiles, and then walked off into the next room. But there was a wall.
That's legit, dude.
Back when I was a volunteer at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital was another crazy experience, but just like literally being wide awake, just laying down, just chilling, you know, trying to have an experience and literally hearing an intercom.
By having experience, he means he was on mushrooms.
Yeah, I thought I was, bro. I'll tell you that. I had several experiences at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, but actually hearing an intercom that I know for a fact they don't have wired speakers of any kind through that building did it. And I think one of the most compelling evidence pieces that I've ever caught was there's an old cemetery in Georgia where I lived and got my start as a paranormal investigator. Funny story about that. My ex-brother-in-law and my sister decided to take me out and scare me, but it backfired on them. It was the other way around. They got me more hooked. But anyway, they were just building on to the church. And I remember asking the question. I made a connection with a little girl named Odessa there. And she comes through pretty much every time I go there. And I asked her, I said, okay, Odessa, you know, is there any questions that you'd like to ask me right now? And a couple seconds goes by. And then a little girl's voice comes in and it goes, what are they building? That's how I knew. That's how I knew right then and there. I'm like, you cannot tell me that there's nothing because I literally caught a voice of a girl asking an intelligent question when I was the only one at the cemetery while they were doing construction. Like, I was just like,
I'm glad that you specified that you were talking to a little girl at a cemetery versus a Chuck E. Cheese. I would have been concerned.
My mom had a good question. She reminded me of this. So back when I was a kid, this is like, I'm getting kind of off topic, but another thing that was crazy was I predicted the exact time JFK Jr.'s plane went down when I was sitting in the back seat of the car. I remember looking at my mom and Mom, tell me if I'm wrong. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I vaguely remember it. I said, John F. Kennedy's going to heaven with my uncle.
Wow.
With my Uncle Tom. My Uncle Tom, I think, is who it said. He unfortunately passed away due to suicide back when I was young. And I can't remember everything else I said, but long story short, fast forward the next morning, my dad turns on the TV and freaks out because his plane went down.
His plane did go down.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So that's
I did something crazy like that this past week. So I had this weird dream of my friend getting in a very bad car wreck. And unfortunately, in my dream, she passed away, which scared me. I was just like, okay, weird dream, whatever. Thankfully, she's okay. She indeed, the next night, I just felt it. Like when we were leaving work, she ended up getting in a bad car wreck and totaling her car.
Wow. But she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. I do crazy shit like that sometimes. So.
I have to that too.
It's up here. It's like, okay, is this true? But I have those experiences.
Brittany, you have dreams like that too, where they
I have. It's been a while, but I have. Like, I've had dreams that I'm trying to think. Actually, I had a dream about my great grandmother in like a nightgown, and it was like a purple flowery nightgown. Never seen a picture of her like that. I called my mom the next day. I was like, I had a dream of Granny Payne in this nightgown. She goes, yeah, that was her favorite nightgown. Like I had a lot of dreams of like people that's passed over and they come to me and talk to me and stuff. But I also have had dreams about like stuff that's happened and then it ends up happening like a little bit later down the road. Like I had a dream when before we went on vacation on our motorcycle at the time that our motorcycle kept tipping over, and while we were on vacation,
Did you say a cow tipping over?
That's what it felt like because our motorcycle did tip over. But I had a dream about it and it happened.
Crazy.
But I mean, I've had other dreams too that I just don't really want to talk on here. But I've had, experiences just like Ricky did, and it's crazy because it freaks me out because like I don't like having some of the dreams that I have, and it freaks. I'm scared it's actually going to happen. I'm like, who's it going to happen to? And it's like I want to try and prevent it, but I can't because I don't know. Sometimes it's not even about the actual person I'm dreaming about. It's just weird.
So I guess Tyler's had some stuff like that too. So you guys are cool, man. I get dreams like I'm being chased by ninja sea bass around the pyramids and they're throwing pickles at me. Like that's
dude.
So, but Mary Lynn, she's a professional medium. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on when people have these type of dreams?
Well, it's, it does happen. And that's where mine also started. I tell everybody do a dream diary. So that way you can start tracking because that's going to kind of start giving you an idea of, is it really going to happen? Or is it just something that along those lines of things coming around? And it can also start helping you predict on who it's going to be with or who it's going to be for. So yeah, that's something that it's true. Everybody has abilities.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, do you want to tap into it? And
the more you're in our line of work, the more you're going to expose yourself to it, learn about yourself too. So that's how I learned I was clairaudient when I first started investigating. I used to think I was crazy hearing voices, but every time you go back and play it back, boom, there's voices that I was hearing.
I'm not clairaudient, but I have been to Claire's.
Dude, did you get your ears pierced?
Yeah, I did not. I walked in on accident, and then it was really awkward. I bought a necklace because I just felt weird, and then I left. But
you thought Claire's was a strip club.
Yeah, that's what it was. You thought you were going to come home with some stripper glitter.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and the thing is, everybody keeps saying that they want to be able to see, so you have to be careful on that. Because seriously, I'll be asleep at night, and if I wake up, if I don't do a protection, I wake up and they're right there. They're in my face, and it's like, okay, stop. I'll help you later, but they will come, and it's just they're all around the bed because they're around all the time. So it's just a matter: do you really want that? Gift is what a lot of people call. Sometimes it's a gift
and a curse at the same time.
Yeah.
See, so for me, my gotcha moment, what I want. So there's a couple of things that I would accept. One, obviously, is being sexually harassed by a female Sasquatch. That's on the table. Okay, that's on the table. So the next thing would honestly abducted by aliens. I don't understand why people get so.
You just want to get probed.
Hat on. He knows. See, I don't know why people get so bent out of shape over the fact that you get probed. Bro, you get probed. It's called a proctologist. Get over it. Okay? If anyone want to abduct me.
Ricky, we need to investigate with this guy sometime, like for real.
I told you. I knew.
to.
Like when I met Michael, I knew.
We have to get together and investigate all of us.
Yeah.
We will make this happen. Maybe in Michigan. Are you guys coming to Michigan?
They won't. It's just going to be me.
Yes, Ricky.
We'll figure it out.
But we'll travel, dude. That's the thing.
Yeah, we'll definitely travel. Like all of us.
But seriously, I've got no problem being probed. And if that's what it takes to get abducted by aliens, and they're like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna
Dude,
probe you."
apparently I've been probed by aliens. I've just recently found out the second time at the doctor that they found a weird wire in my leg that now. They said it looked like a damn surgical needle or a sewing needle, but I haven't stabbed myself. My mom hasn't stabbed me with needles, as far as I know. But
look, I'm 41. I've never seen a proctologist yet. So if I get abducted, they're doing me a favor, right? I'm at that age. If you're gonna go in there, at least let me know.
Colonoscopy, bro.
Yeah, let me know what you find and fix it. Shit.
You're going to be just like Katy Perry. You're going to write a hit single talking about extraterrestrials.
The other thing that would be really cool is if, like, I do come across some type of, like, demon presence and I get, like a dick imprint. You know what I mean? It would be awkward at first.
Like a semen demon?
Yeah, but then I would be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be okay with that. I mean, unless it was, like, permanent. I wouldn't want it to be, like, a permanent, but like if it was just there long enough for me to take like a photo, maybe a little bruise, I'd be okay with that.
I got you, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any of that would suffice. Maybe if I was taking like a picture in like an empty room and there was like a ghost, like a nip slip, I'd be good with that too. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
That would work.
So this
Hell
is
yeah.
naturally. So
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is all the time.
Yeah.
I never stopped.
No, I knew you were family when you cracked the death joke on me at the bench, and I was just like, okay, I like this dude.
Yes, I apologize. I didn't have much of a
I
filter.
can't remember what you said, but Josh looked at you like, don't do. I was fucking cracked up.
Okay, so can I tell you something? This is super embarrassing and super like you cannot tell. This is a joke you typically could not tell, and this is not a joke, folks. This is real life. I went to the grocery. I was like 19. I just opened my like bank account. Okay, I didn't have any cash. I bought literally a Jolt Cola. Do you guys remember those?
Jolt, bro! Holy crap! Remember Jolt gum?
At the grocery store, and I had to pay with it. I had to pay with the check. Okay, which they do not like doing. And the guy was already kind of upset that I'd showed up and I had the check ready for the Jolt Cola. So before he could turn me away, because the drink at the time was $1.49 and I only had $1. Okay, so I had to pay by check. I had no choice. Okay, so I pulled out the dollar because I knew he was going to turn me away because nobody just writes a check for $1.49, right? And they're not going to take it. So I was like, I gotta take this. I need this Jolt, okay? I was like, I didn't put it in my pants, and my mom gave me $1, and then I had $1. And he said, "Oh my God, good for you." I know, right? And he paid. He took the check. I took the jolt and went out the door. So, hey, thank you, Opportunity Village. You saved me when I needed
Tyler,
it.
you need to make the top of your hat pointy, bro, so you have more
Yeah.
leverage.
Yes. I realize now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. He took his hat off.
I realize now that was probably out of place. Okay, I get it now. I apologize for my actions. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. Okay, but I think that's another thing too. And like ghosts aren't politically correct, right? They don't have that filter typically.
No.
And I think we as a society, I think we get too heavily into semantics. And the reality is when we all die, whatever comes next, all the semantics that we cared about while we were here, they don't matter. Right? Yeah. The universe doesn't care about feelings, right? Things continue. And here's the thing, like we don't really know what comes next, right? I mean, no matter how much
you don't. Yeah. That's where the anxiety comes from. You don't truly know.
You don't.
You know there's something, but you don't know.
It's true.
That's the scary part because you don't know.
We don't know if the ghosts that we talk to, or they could be us from the future, people from the past,
we could be
from an alternate reality, a parallel plane, a dimension. It could be just an actual ghost. And for all we know, people that are stuck here, it could be that they're here because their only recourse is a place called hell, and who wants to go there?
Exactly.
Right? If that's
always in the back of my mind too.
Yeah.
Right. And if people say, "Well, I try to help people move on," but how do you know you're not sending them to a place they don't want to go?
Yeah.
Right. That's
exactly.
really important, right. So, as much as we joke around, the reality is, a lot of it is for us for right now, because we don't know what the future holds. But in a way, that's the scary part, and in a way, that's also the beautiful part, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, like that I love about paranormal investigating. Don't get me wrong, I love getting out, I love interacting with the spirits, getting really cool evidence and stuff. But it's just the road trips, the shenanigans, the playing piano with your butt kind of stuff that we were doing.
That was a great video.
You have to have fun with it. Like I love stuff like that.
Yep. And I have people all the time like talk about, investigating, and they want to go investigate with us, and because they watch stuff on TV, and I'm like, you got to understand, the stuff that's on TV could be a week worth of stuff crammed in a half hour, where they had so many hours of nothing.
Yeah, a days of nothing. Like
people
don't
like
get, these
like they don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's why we because sometimes we'll go places we don't really get anything, not enough to really, put on Facebook or whatever. I mean, we experience it, but I mean, it's not enough to really say, oh my gosh, but all the fun we have and stuff as a team, that's what, makes it better.
I think that's it. I think a lot of it, you really have to appreciate the camaraderie, right? Sometimes nothing could happen, but in a way, sometimes that could be the best thing, because it gives you a chance to bond. And sometimes you just need to take a step back and enjoy the emptiness.
Amen.
Yep.
You have to. And then there's so many people out there that like to trash the antics, and it's just like, you know what? You wonder why you don't get anything on your investigation, because you're sticking to some real like textbook thing that's not proven to work.
It's true. And did any of you guys play D&D or role played at all?
I played it once.
I've been playing since I was 13 years old. And you know what? When I play, I look like a fucking idiot. But here's the point. I love it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's paranormal investigating. When you're out there with all these stuff and you're talking to absolutely fucking no one, you look like an idiot. That's the reality, right? But the goal is to enjoy the camaraderie, enjoy the nothingness, and appreciate those moments that you can't explain.
Just like my bud right here says.
Yep.
99.9% sitting in the dark talking to yourself. Extreme boredom for the most. So I got to liven things up. That's my favorite thing to do. Just liven things up. And no joke, like I've gotten some EVPs in the past at a cemetery where we were just, I did something goofing off with my niece, and something laughs on the recorder. And then that same session, they told my niece that her shoes suck. You know, it's just like you gotta have fun. If you're not having fun, and when you get the best evidence is when you're putting natural positive energy into the atmosphere, even in a place of negativity. You know,
Are any of you religious by chance?
I'm just open-minded.
I mean, I believe in God, but like I don't go to church or anything. I mean, but
I believe in the
I'm not very religious myself. Spiritual, sure. Religious, no. But I think that shows, because when you start talking about ghosts, right? You start talking about those type of things, it's hard to not think of it in a human capacity, right?
Yeah.
And by human capacity, the standard is the Christian religion, right? So you can, like, just the phrase demon, right? Ghost, right? Heaven, hell. I mean, these are all concepts that are brought to you by Catholicism, right?
Religion. Yeah. It's brainwashing in a way too. Like, you know, anything they don't agree with.
Much as it is a need to simplify that which can scare the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
Because the unknown is scary. And all it is trying to simplify and put a tag on it, right? To me, that's what religion is. And religion, in a way, is cautious safety.
Yeah. Well, people ask me all the time. They're like, "Okay, you know, are you religious, or you know, what's your stance on religion?" And this is my answer. It's like, look, man is a crazy being. It's been proven, and I'm not about to believe a book that was written by man, because man is really twisted as it is. You know, I do believe in some of the stories and stuff that is, you know, and I have seen miracles happen before my eyes, and I do believe in the higher power, but I can't go and sit there and tell you that, you know, it was exactly as the book states.
Right. But you know what? And here's the thing is, I don't think in most religions, I think there are some that are probably a little more difficult on the population than others. But for the most part, I think religion in a way is I'm glad it exists, right? Because I think there are people that would really have a hard time not having it, right?
Yeah.
I think there are people that really struggle.
There's people that can really benefit from it. Yeah, for sure.
About it, right? And then there's people like us who don't need it, right? And I think that's what it is. I think it's a need, right? A lot, like some people, hey, they got to smoke, or you know, they got to drink, or hey, you know what? It's 4:53 here. I got to go masturbate. You know, whatever it is, you have your thing, right? So for them, it can be a thing. And it can control people, and it does. But sometimes, some people, it's not that they need the control, but they need parameters, right? Kind of like you put blinders on a horse to ensure the horse doesn't accidentally run off and get killed, right? So it's the same thing, you know. Chickens have coops for a reason, right? So they get eaten by foxes. So sometimes that can be a necessity. Now, do I think that gets taken advantage of a lot? Well, I mean, absolutely. I think that's the human equation, right? Yeah. I think anything that you do can look good on paper, but once you add in the human equation, everything can go to shit. A la communism, basically. Yeah. But yeah. So I'm curious. I've always been curious to know, because like Sasquatch, you know, you mentioned, you know, seeing a Sasquatch. It's difficult. I mean, I don't know if that's ever been in the Bible or not, you know, if there is, you know, Bigfooticus written in the Bible somewhere, but you know, what is it? Is it a fae? Does it come from a different dimension? Has it been here the whole time?
It could be an elemental of some sort, like a protector for the Native Americans. Because if you look at it, you know, you've got elementals and stuff like that, and protectors.
You see these elementals all the time.
Yep. And I see they're shapeshifters, you know, and I think that's because you got to look at the facts that we have here. There's not been any skeletal remains. There's not been any, you know, feces or anything that's been documented, just footprints and stuff like that. So I think it could be a supernatural being. You never know.
My theory is,
you can't tell me there ain't no redneck out there that wouldn't have shot the damn thing by now.
Right.
Like,
I think that they live in an alternate plane, but they come here primarily to eat.
Yeah.
and then they leave.
Through portals.
Probably through portals, or maybe they do it through our buttholes. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a portal to hell, bro. Ask Tyler.
We
Down
don't
here.
know. Right.
You want to see the results of his asshole?
I assume Jason might be asking what my actual name is. It's Michael Gagliano, but you can find us on Sidekicks Paranormal, PSYDKICKS, Sidekicks. But side is spelled with a PSY. Sidekicks Paranormal, we have a page on Facebook. Also Para with the Normal, we do have a page on that on Facebook. We're on Instagram with Sidekicks Paranormal, and TikTok as well. Karen, are you saying they could be Karen? But I don't think they are. I think they're. What was that?
Subscribe, follow, and like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just
you have a clip I'll show you real quick if you want to see it. You want to see the result of asking the fart question at one of our previous investigations? All right, here we go. This one's pretty funny. So let me pull it up. I'll share the screen here. All right. Explicit content warning. This does say a bad word. Don't tell my mom. Even though she's watching right now, don't tell my mom. All right, here we go.
Nasty?
All right, let me go back just a tad.
Funny, but aren't they farts? I really want to know. It's a funny question. I know farts are funny, but aren't they nasty? Tyler. Yeah. Can you smell them? God damn it!
This is awesome.
Wasn't that crazy?
That's cool. That's awesome.
It's loud and clear.
Where do you guys go next?
That was at Broadview. Broadwell.
We
There's so many Broads. Broadwell Funeral Home.
We go to Octagon Hall next.
Do what?
We go to Octagon Hall next.
Yep, Octagon Hall.
The next place we go to.
I'm going to be dressed up as a Union soldier in a Confederate field hospital.
That's cool. Okay.
It's going to be intense. I'm going to do a solo and see what happens.
Cool trigger out there. Sure.
Yeah, we had 2 events scheduled for this month, but they both got canceled.
Damn.
Yep.
Not because of us.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Some outside force.
Yep.
Ricky,
and all of you guys are going to that?
Yeah, we're all going. Or talking about the Octagon Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going. Yeah.
Cool.
What were you saying, Brittany?
Did you see the 1812s being canceled this year?
Is it really?
Yeah.
The reenactment's being canceled.
The whole event this year is canceled.
Oh man.
That's kind of a bummer, I suppose.
Yeah. It's an old battlefield and from the War of 1812.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We like to. Yeah, we need to go there and investigate it because we haven't.
Yep.
I don't think we've done that as a team, so we need to do that.
Oh. Yeah, no, 1812 is a really, really cool spot. A lot of history.
You know what would be a really crazy place to go and investigate? It would be very hard to get there because it's actually not in America. Though I thought it was. It turns out it's not. It's a place called Jonestown. Have you heard of the Jonestown Massacre?
I have.
So like 900 people willingly and unwillingly took their lives because of some
I think I've heard of that.
That guy that did that is from Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh no, yes.
Yeah,
Jones.
Jim Jones, yes.
Jim Jones Church is
There's a church. There's a church here. There's a church here in Indiana, in Lynn, Indiana, that you can actually go investigate.
You can rent it out.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Check it out. I guess it's in
set it up.
Mexico.
Yeah, it's like in like
South America.
Somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
Not Ecuador, but some weird.
Yeah, I remember watching something about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Not the Kool-Aid.
That's where the saying "Don't drink the Kool-Aid" comes from.
That's what. Well, I mean, you can't do the pudding pops either.
No.
Cosby will get you.
Oh hell yeah! You'll be feeling funny, and then you'll wake up walking funny the next day.
That's right. Nothing safe. You can't even go to a Diddy party anymore.
No.
yeah, no Diddy.
Diddy.
No.
Yeah, P.
You'll get
Diddle.
diddled.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Yep.
We live in such a weird time.
We do.
I want to go to the island of Prevelia, or whatever. I can't pronounce it the right way.
But it's called cunnilingus.
I like that. That sounds more exotic.
It does.
Fancy.
It is.
They
And
start-
I'm not
did they
naming
start
my daughter
tortellini?
that. It's a beautiful name.
I just want some tortellini. Like,
Did you know they actually did a study and they discovered that most foreigners picked almost unanimously the most beautiful word in the English language was syphilis. Yes.
ask our good friend Al Capone what he thinks of that. That got Al Capone.
It did.
Yeah.
It did get Al Capone. And actually, it also got Napoleon.
Napoleon Dynamite?
Not Dynamite.
I want to watch that show.
Napoleon Cannonball.
I love Napoleon Dynamite.
I know. I need to watch that again.
I used to have the vote for Pedro shirt. My sister bought it for me.
Any guys got any other questions for me? If not, I'm gonna call it a day.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for taking the time to come hang out with us.
It has been quite fun.
Yes. And I'm telling you, we need to investigate together. Like, I'm not letting that go down. Letting that get away from us. We need to do it.
Stay in touch.
We'll talk like for 2 minutes after we end this.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll hang around.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as usual, stay tuned for more shenanigans. And be sure to drop him
a follow. He's hilarious. He's great.
Yes. It's Sidekicks. I guess I should. This is why it gets me, because I put my fake name. But yeah, just look for Sidekicks Paranormal. PSY. Sidekicks Paranormal.
All right, everybody. Have a good night, and we will see you next time.